The Anunnaki are a group of deities originating from the ancient Mesopotamian cultures, particularly those of the Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians. These gods played a central role in the mythology and religious practices of these early civilizations, influencing their views on creation, the cosmos, and the nature of divine power. Over time, the Anunnaki have also become central figures in modern conspiracy theories and alternative histories, where they are often depicted as ancient extraterrestrial beings who influenced or even created human civilization. Origins and etymology. The name Anunnaki is derived from the Sumerian words An, meaning heaven, and Ki, meaning earth, which are often combined to reference the god Anu, the sky deity and one of the chief gods in the Sumerian pantheon. Thus, the Anunnaki are commonly understood to be the offspring of Anu or gods of heaven and earth. The earliest mentions of the Anunnaki date back to the 3rd millennium BCE in Sumerian texts, where they were described as deities who descended from the heavens to interact with humanity. Role in Sumerian mythology. In Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki were seen as the major deities responsible for the creation and governance of the world. They were believed to reside in the heavens and the netherworld, presiding over the fates of humanity and the natural world. The Anunnaki were also associated with justice and the divine order, serving as the enforcers of cosmic law. One of the most significant myths involving the Anunnaki is the Sumerian creation myth, known as the Enuma Elish. In this narrative, the gods, including the Anunnaki, create the world and humanity. The Anunnaki were believed to have played a crucial role in shaping human destiny, determining the fates of individuals and entire civilizations. They were often depicted as intermediaries between the gods and humans, responsible for carrying out the divine will on earth. The Anunnaki and the flood myth. The Anunnaki are also central to the Mesopotamian flood myth, which bears striking similarities to the biblical story of Noah's Ark. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the earliest known literary works, the god Enlil, who is often associated with the Anunnaki, decides to destroy humanity with a great flood due to their wickedness and noise. However, another god, Ea, also known as Enki, warns the hero Utnapishtim, who then builds a boat to save himself, his family, and various species of animals. This myth highlights the dual nature of the Anunnaki. They were capable of great wrath and destruction but also had the power to show mercy and provide guidance. The flood myth is a key example of how the Anunnaki were seen as controllers of the natural world, with the ability to shape the fate of humanity according to their will. The Anunnaki and later Mesopotamian religions. As Mesopotamian cultures evolved, the Anunnaki continued to play an essential role in their religious practices. In the Akkadian and Babylonian traditions, the Anunnaki were often seen as judges of the underworld, presiding over the fates of the dead. The god Anu remained a prominent figure, while other deities such as Enlil, Enki, and Inanna also became associated with the Anunnaki. In these later traditions, the Anunnaki were often depicted as a council of gods who met to decide the destinies of both mortals and gods. They were believed to inhabit various realms, including the heavens, the earth, and the underworld, and their influence extended across all aspects of life and death. The Anunnaki's role as judges of the underworld is particularly evident in the Babylonian myth of the descent of Inanna, where the goddess Inanna, or Ishtar, descends into the underworld to meet with the Anunnaki and confront her sister, Ereshkigal. Modern interpretations and theories. In contemporary times, the Anunnaki have captured the imagination of various alternative historians, conspiracy theorists, and authors who propose that these ancient gods were actually extraterrestrial beings who visited Earth in the distant past. One of the most prominent proponents of this theory is Zecharia Sitchin, an Azerbaijani-born American author who wrote a series of books known as the Earth Chronicles. Sitchin's theories, first published in the 1970s, claim that the Anunnaki were an advanced alien race from a distant planet called Nibiru, which, according to him, has a long, elliptical orbit around the Sun. He posited that the Anunnaki came to Earth hundreds of thousands of years ago in search of gold, which they needed to repair their planet's atmosphere. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki genetically engineered Homo sapiens by combining their DNA with that of early humans, creating a slave race to mine gold for them. Sitchin's interpretations have been widely criticized by scholars and scientists, who point out that his translations of ancient texts are often inaccurate and that there is no archaeological evidence to support his claims. Despite this, His work has gained a significant following and has influenced a range of popular culture, including science fiction, television shows, and video games. The Anunnaki in popular culture. The idea of the Anunnaki as ancient astronauts has permeated popular culture, appearing in various forms of media. For example, the Anunnaki are often referenced in the context of ancient aliens theories, which suggest that many ancient civilizations were influenced or even created by extraterrestrial visitors. This concept has been explored in television series like Ancient Aliens, where the Anunnaki are frequently mentioned as possible alien beings who interacted with early human societies. In literature and film, the Anunnaki have been depicted as powerful, godlike entities with advanced technology and knowledge. These portrayals often blend historical myth with modern science fiction, creating a narrative in which the Anunnaki's influence is seen as the driving force behind the development of human civilization. This interpretation aligns with broader themes in science fiction, where ancient gods are often reimagined as extraterrestrial beings with a profound impact on human history. Criticisms and scholarly views. While the Anunnaki continue to fascinate both scholars and the public, the modern reinterpretations of these deities as extraterrestrial beings have been met with significant criticism. Scholars of ancient Mesopotamian history and language argue that the ancient astronaut theories are based on misunderstandings or deliberate misrepresentations of the original texts. For example, many of the key concepts in Sitchin's theories, such as the planet Nibiru or the genetic engineering of humans, have no basis in Sumerian or Akkadian literature. Furthermore, the idea of the Anunnaki as gods who created humanity through genetic manipulation is seen as a modern reinterpretation of ancient myths that reflects contemporary concerns rather than historical realities. Scholars emphasize that the Anunnaki should be understood within the context of Mesopotamian religion and mythology, where they were revered as powerful deities who played a central role in shaping the world and human destiny. The Anunnaki remain one of the most intriguing aspects of ancient Mesopotamian religion and mythology. As deities who were believed to govern the heavens, the earth, and the underworld, they were central to the religious practices and beliefs of the Sumerians, Akkadians, and Babylonians. While modern interpretations have reimagined the Anunnaki as extraterrestrial beings, scholars continue to study them within the framework of ancient history, emphasizing their significance as gods who embodied the power and mystery of the divine. In the end, the enduring fascination with the Anunnaki reflects humanity's broader interest in the origins of civilization, the nature of the gods, and the possibility of contact with otherworldly beings. Whether as ancient deities or as speculative visitors from the stars, the Anunnaki continue to captivate the imagination, serving as a bridge between the ancient past and the mysteries of the cosmos.